Hello everyone! So welcome back to another Fast Friday. So today's Fast Friday is organized a little bit differently. Instead of giving you a circuit and amount of reps, we are doing a plank challenge. So I have, I think, 9 different variations of a plank with different kinds of muscle groups that we're targeting with each exercise. And it's up to you how long you do them, how often you do them, if you repeat them, or if you just pick and choose. So like I said, we do have 9 exercises. I would say anywhere from 30 seconds to a minute of doing all these exercises before you move on to the next one. But again, you can use these, just use this video and use this Fast Friday as a learning opportunity. So when you're bored of just the regular high plank, you can bust this out and you can learn and do different techniques that are still going to work your shoulder girdle, your core, your whole back stabilizing, and your glutes and legs. You get the drift. Planks do everything. Okay, so I'm just going to get into it. So I'm going to start by just going through a demonstration, and then it's up to you. So watch this video through, learn what the exercises are, because some of them you won't find in a regular like HIIT class or anything. You'd have to go to a Pilates studio to learn some of these. So I'm going to go through them. Some of them you may already know. I'm going to go this direction. I did wait to film this until around 5 o'clock p.m. So I think I'm losing the light, but I think it should be fine. Okay, so we are starting in regular plank. So I always start all my planks in quadruped. So I find my standing hands. So again, we learned this a few Fast Fridays ago. Always spread your grip. You want to focus your energy through your thumb, index, and pinky. Work up from there, drop the shoulder blades, engage the back, and then step back one leg at a time, brace the core. So the first exercise is just a high plank. So the things to remind yourself during a high plank: shoulders back, shoulders over wrists, core nice and tight, pulling up on that pelvic floor, looking just in front of those hands, if not between the hands, and making sure that we're not sticking that booty up. We want everything to be held in neutral. We want to make sure we're not completely locking out those knees, and that we're breathing. Okay, so that is our high plank. Our next exercise is a plank jack. So I think most of you can understand what a plank jack means. Again, we start in quadruped. I'm not going to go through the cues all the time. Holding that core, and we're going to jump. Perfect. So modified, you can always slow it down. Perfect. Okay, so our next two options are mountain climber. So regular mountain climber and regular mountain climber with a twist. So unlike you'd find in like a regular HIIT cardio class, mountain climbers are done slow and with control in Pilates, okay? So we really want to make sure that we're working time under tension. So we're engaging all the muscle fibers that we can and really strengthening the whole trunk as a unit. So we are going to start mountain climbers, and then without stopping, I'm going to go into mountain climbers with a twist, okay? So find that high plank. Mountain climber, you bring knee into chest and come back out. So the rest of my torso is not moving. You see some people in the gym going like, and that's fine, but that's a variation on a mountain climber. So regular mountain climber, your whole torso is not moving. With a twist, you bring your knee to opposite elbow and back out. Knee to elbow. Perfect. So again, like we've learned many Fast Fridays ago, always exhale with your work, okay? So if I'm bringing my knee to my elbow, you exhale there because that's when you're getting the deepest contraction. So we utilize that deep contraction, tightening of those corset muscles to our advantage to get enough core contraction. Okay, next one is Spider-Man. So you can also say that Spider-Man is another variation of mountain climber. It's similar to mountain climber with a twist, except that knee is coming to the outside elbow. Okay, so this is Spider-Man. You can do this one of 2 ways. You can bend your whole body and look at that knee, or you can just stabilize and bring that knee in. Both options are great. I prefer no movement in the torso again because I think it really stabilizes and draws that oblique in without getting your QL involved, which a lot of the times it's just that meaty muscle right on the side. It's a stabilizing deep muscle. A lot of the times it can get in the way and it can feel too tight. So I prefer keeping your core nice and straight in that regular plank form, and then just bring the knee to the side, because that will engage the deep core muscles without contorting them and making them all tight and uncomfortable. So the next exercise is leg pull front in the Pilates realm, or high plank with leg lift, okay? So Pilates realm is called leg pull front. In just the regular gym world, it's called high plank with a leg lift. You can kind of picture it either way. So we get into that high plank. With our exhale, we float that leg up. Inhale, bring it down. Remember, we're working with control here. These are not fast movements. Perfect. Okay. Our next one, we're almost there, we're over halfway. Next one is a leg pull back or reverse plank with leg lift. So there's a few ways you can do these ones. Depends on where you are. Okay, so I think for most people, they'll want to be down on their elbows, so I'll show you that. So this is, people do it on their elbows just because you get the most support. It's less aggressive on your wrist, and you get that whole forearm to help support. So from here, again, our shoulders are tracking right over those elbows. We dig those heels into the ground, engage the core, engage the quads. With our exhale, we float up, and then exhale. Modification here. Just bring that knee up. It is a very challenging exercise, so if these are not an option, just hold the reverse plank. Good. So you are going to feel it in different areas. You're going to feel it a lot in the front shoulder, which a lot of the times females don't focus on. A lot of times females focus on their delts, but not the front rotator cuff muscles. So that may feel weird. So play around with your modifications, and the actual exercise is you're on your wrists, fingers facing forward, dig those heels in. Good. Okay, so pick your poison. You have 4 options there. So full one, lifted on your wrists, leg comes up. Or even a 5th one, just be on your wrists and hold that high reverse plank, okay? So you have 5 options there, okay? So play around with what you can. A lot of times it is a foreign exercise to females, so do what you can. I've given you the modifications. Next is reverse plank with tricep dip. So you have 2 variations here. You are going to, I wouldn't say this is a plank, but it's close enough to a plank variation that I included in here. I think it's just overall a great exercise that every woman should incorporate. So you're going to sit with your shoulders right over those elbows, making sure that your elbow creases are facing inwards. We don't want to overextend those elbows. So elbow creases facing inwards. We lift up. From here, we dip down. Now you can do the legs straight. My personal favorite to get in those triceps is actually legs bent. I think it's a lot easier to engage, and I feel like you get a greater range of motion. But again, that's my body, so play around with either modification. So from here, we're just bending. Keep those elbows parallel to each other. We want to keep those elbows as close to the body in alignment as we can. Perfect. Excellent. Okay, second last exercise I'm going through are our shoulder taps. Okay, so we are getting, I believe we've done this one in a Fast Friday already. Doesn't hurt to go over it again. So we get a wide stance on those heels, high plank. We exhale. So a lot of the times people, when they do the shoulder tap, you see their core rocking everywhere. You are going to get a slight sway. That's just how the body works and responds to it. but you have to try to focus all your energy in that core to stabilize it. So the purpose of a shoulder tap, not only to work your shoulder, but it's also just to work on balance and stability in that core, okay? So really focus on your breath and then focus on your cueing, so your alignment cueing. So shoulders back, away from your neck, core engaged, pelvic floor nice and tight, spine in alignment, but also just focus on holding still, okay? And the last one, quadruped plank with knee hovers into bent knee leg lifts. That's a long one. Or you can say quadruped marches. However you want to say it. I'm just trying to write it out as logically as I can. So we are going to be in quadruped. We are going to tuck those toes under, brace the core, and you're going to hover those knees. So this in itself is an extremely hard exercise. From here, we're gonna march. Awesome. So there you have it. So remember, I don't expect you. I mean, you could go through all of these planks and do just a circuit a few times of these, doing 30 seconds, 45 seconds, a minute, and then just going through them all. There is enough differentiation between all of the exercises that I think you'd be able to do it, but definitely play it by ear. Either add it into one of the other Fast Fridays, add some of these new exercises into your regular workout regime, challenge yourself, or just practice planking with this. Plank is definitely something that you need to master, I think. It's a great stabilizing deep core workout, but definitely just focus on your breath. Don't hold your breath. It's not going to help your core. But yeah, just play around with it. Even if you just want to pick 5 out of the 9 and just do a circuit with them, try to pick something other than just a regular plank. Maybe do plank jacks, Spider-Man, some of the reverse shoulder tap, and then the marches kind of thing, and then just do like, I'm gonna do 45 seconds of each, no breaks, and I'm gonna do it 4 times. You know what I mean? So again, just play around with it without me getting too rambly, but definitely let me know what you think and how you utilize this Fast Friday. Have a great day, guys. I'll see you next week.